Hi everyone, and welcome back to my page and my stories and my honest reviews. It's been a long time, like a whole year, and so lots happened. I moved and I'm now living in an apartment on the third floor, and I have to walk up the 3 floors because I thought it'd be a really good idea to take an apartment on the third floor, so I had to exercise, but I still can't get up those stairs. And it's been a year, but anyway, I digress. I also didn't know for sure if I was going to carry on. I kind of wanted to do, I'm not really getting anywhere with these things, even though I do enjoy doing them. I don't seem to be getting anywhere. I'm maybe too old or something, I don't know. But I did enjoy doing them, so I thought I'd do them again and just carry on. And so today I was just gonna catch you guys up and say that I am back, and I have a couple of things I want to talk about that's coming up. And one being that I've been watching lots of movies while I was away, and so I have a lot of reviews to do, and I've lost my brain. I actually thought there needs to be some semblance of normality on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, and some truth and honesty, really, because not everybody, there's a lot of negativity and fakeness and all that kind of thing. And I wanted the younger people to realize that we don't all have to be fake to be happy and to flourish, even though, yeah, I probably would like to get a little bit of treatment on this because it's getting old. Maybe one day, but I'm still here, and I'm still confident in myself, and I'm still happy in myself. So even though I don't have big lips and fake face, I still think it's nice to have normal people on TikTok and stuff like that. And I know I'm old, and my son tells me I'm old all the time, but that's okay. I don't care. But anyway, here I am. And here you are. So let's get started. And I wanted to talk about The White Lotus, which is a 3-part series. I've got to the third series. I've finished the first and second series, and moving on to the third one. So I wanted to talk about the first 2, and then I'll probably come back and talk to you about the third series. The first series was set in Hawaii. Didn't know what to expect. It was kind of that ilk of the movies and series that I've been enjoying lately. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to watch. It's comedy drama. And I knew that there was, like, as soon as I watched the first 2 minutes, I knew there was going to be a death. So that kind of piqued my interest, which is great. And it's got an all-star cast. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what went on in it, because I don't want to spoil it for you, and I don't want to I don't need to talk about the actors and that. I'm just going to put that in the comments, so that you can click on the link on the IMDb and you can have a look at what it's all about and who's in it and that kind of thing. I just wanted to give you my opinion so far. So, series 1, set in Hawaii. I absolutely, even if the story was terrible, I really enjoyed the visuals and the sounds and the music, and it just took me away from normal life, which is what you want to do when you're watching TV. And so my favorite place of all time ever is the beach. If I just could buy a beach hut on the beach and live on that, and it was between 20 and 30 degrees every day, I would be happy. So I had to watch this because it's set by the sea, and it's perfect for me. So I thought, yep, this is great. And then they have this hotel called the White Lotus, which is a luxury hotel that only certain people of a certain monetary category can get into. And it's kind of cool the way that they do really, really cool stuff. Like in these, like when I go to a hotel, I'm lucky to get clean sheets. But when they go to their hotel, they have all the staff standing at the side and they're waving and welcoming the people that way, and they know their names and they know who they are, and they don't have to worry about anything. They don't have to worry about their luggage or anything. They just wander on and they get welcomed with their lei. I think it's a lei. You know, they put those things over their head with their the flowers on, and they go, welcome to our island, and all that kind of thing. It's beautiful, and the food looks amazing. The restaurant is gorgeous. The rooms are incredible. So the rooms are bigger than 2 of my apartments. And all the visuals, all the sights, all the sounds, and having the all-star cast, I was hooked straight away. Like literally the first episode, I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. And I must admit, sometimes with TV series, by the time you get halfway through, you're kind of like, get on with the show, get on with what's going on. But with this, every single episode was interesting and exciting, and something cool happened, and I absolutely loved this first series. Absolutely loved it. And all the people that are on it are very wealthy people, and quite a lot of their wealth and their power and their because they're of this standing, they think they can get away with a lot. And because of all that mindset, because they think that they can do whatever they want, and their arrogance, it gets them into a lot of trouble. And I like that. Because a lot of them were closed-minded, and they were not good people. And it gets them into a lot of trouble. But I'm not going to go too far into it. My favorite person in the whole series was Jennifer Coolidge. She's incredible. I loved her character. I know it was confusing at first, because at first I didn't quite like her character. I was kind of like, oh. But as time went on, you got to understand why she was the way she was. So even though they were all rich, not all of them were like mean or nasty, but they were just different in their way because of certain things and certain reasons in their lives. And some of them were difficult to like, and others were difficult to like, but then when you got to understand how they were and who they were and why they were the way they were, you got to like them more. And so, you know, like it was like a onion. You kept peeling off the outside until you got to the middle. And some of the characters that I started to like as time went on, I started to not like, and some of the characters that I liked, that I didn't like at the beginning, I really liked at the end. One particular character, I want to tell you more about it, but I don't want to spoil it for you. But one of the son of the family, that's all I'm going to say. You might not like him at the beginning, but give him a chance. Oh, I really liked the way his character progressed. Anyway, first season of the White Lotus, I will give that a 5 out of 5, which I don't give very often. But everything about it was good. The dialogue was good. The story was good. The characters were great. Everything about it was perfect. I loved it. Second season. So the second season is still the White Lotus hotels, but it's set in a different country. So the White Lotus is a series of hotels all over the world, and they're all luxurious, and they're all owned by they're all owned by the same company, and they are managed by very rich people and that kind of thing. The second season is set in Italy. There's a family looking for their family. There's the father, son, and grandson. They're all looking for their families in Italy. That none of them have ever been to Italy, but or they had, or but they'd never found their family, and they wanted to have this amazing rediscovery of their ancestors. And so they were there, and then there was then Jennifer Coolidge was there in the second season, which I really liked, and we got to know her character a little more at the end of the first season. She'd met someone, and she was with that person in the second season. I don't want to tell you too much because it'll spoil it, so I have to be really careful what I'm saying. But anyway, and there was also two young girls that one of them was a lady of the night, and she was trying to get as much work as possible, and that kind of went a little bit screwy, but I don't know. Okay, so the second season, I really enjoyed it. It had the same atmosphere. It had the beaches, it had the music, it had the atmosphere, and it did envelop me into it, and I really, really enjoyed it, but not as much as the first season, I must say. The storylines were a little kooky. Like there was awkwardness, and the characters didn't always do. I mean, I didn't expect characters to do what you think they're going to do anyway. I never expect that in a show, because that spoils it. But they did things out of the character that they were playing, if you understand what I mean. You create a character when you're writing a story, and as long as the character does things within their character, or at least do something out of character for a certain reason, then you can accept it. But they kind of would do something, and it was out of character, and there was no real reason for them to do that. It was more to the point of like, well, we need to move the story along, so we're going to make this character do something really out of character, and we're not really going to give them a reason why. And there was a few unanswered questions right at the end, and I don't think they're going to get answered in the third season, because those people aren't part of the third season, because I've actually watched the first 2 episodes, and they're not guests at the hotel. So the third season is set in Thailand, and it starts pretty good so far, but I don't think that the questions that were asked in the second season are going to be answered. And I feel like some of the stuff adults with responsibility just wouldn't do. That's all I'm saying. I have to be really careful because I don't want you to spoil it. But I will say it is still worth watching for sure. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the scenery. I enjoyed the story, and it didn't make me bored in any way at all, which is a really good thing for a series, because halfway through a series I'm usually like, oh, get on with it. Not less at all. So I would give the second season a sort of 3.5 out of 5. I'm hoping that the third season might bring it all back together again, and I can enjoy it, and then I might review the whole 3 seasons again as a whole, if you see what I mean. So there's my first review of the year. I know it's already June and it's 2025, and I'm just doing my first review, but I will be doing more reviews, and I'll be doing reviews on more than just movies. I have actually started to watch my Tarantino movies again. I was a huge fan quite a few years ago. I'm trying to write some books or some stuff. Like, I like writing, and so for fun I'm trying to write some stuff that's kind of some scripts that are Tarantino-esque, because I really like his style, because it's a little quirky and different, and I like that pulp. I like pulp fiction and that kind of thing, and I'm trying to grow with that. So I'm rediscovering Tarantino's movies. So I watched Death Proof the other night, and it hit pretty much the same as the first time I watched it. I'm a big fan of Tarantino, so I forgave him a lot on that movie. If you're a Tarantino fan, you've got to watch it, but it's kind of like the one near the bottom of his movies. My favorite of his is Jackie Brown. I don't know if that's a favorite that men enjoy like I do. I think it's more of a woman's movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed Jackie Brown. and I might do a proper review of that. I might do a Tarantino, whatever, we'll see. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Thank you very much for watching, and I've got to go because my time's up, and I'll see you again soon. Maybe it'd be nice if I start saying the things that I'm supposed to say, like, don't forget to like and subscribe. So, here we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I appreciate every single one of you, and thank you so much. And if you have any comments or you want me to review anything, please let me know and I will do that for you, because I am hoping to do a lot more reviews, and I will keep it honest. Okay, nice to see you, and take care, and bye bye.